They don't recognize what's coming for them until it's there. Knock, knock. Here we are. The Vorlons are here.
Welcome to the Nerd Party.
Hello, everybody. I'm Charlene Schmidt.
I'm Patrick Schmidt.
We just watched Deathwalker! Episode 9 of Season 1 of Babylon 5, and it is time to babble for 5. So first and foremost, can we just revel in the fact that Deathwalker is an amazing band name? Deathwalker! Woo!
I'd pay to see that show.
Yeah, me too. Why is this not a band already? I mean, come on. I think with the tongue kind of thing, it naturally comes out. It could be like a metal version of Kiss, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Kiss makeup, Slayer sound.
Yes. Now, that whole thing aside, there's a few things here that are, I think, worthwhile in what is, again, kind of more of an episodic story, but I think we're seeing a little bit of building here. Would you agree?
Absolutely. This is headed in a different direction because we got to find more out about the Belly Lights guy.
Kosh?
Yeah,
Belly Lights guy.
and who he is and what his race and his people do, and a little bit more about why he's kind of a powerful figure on this ship. So
certainly exercised a little bit of power at the end of this episode. Yeah. So in terms of takeaways, what were some of the big things that you got out of this episode?
Well, one of the things that I wish they'd gotten into a bit more that they didn't, but I understand, is the discussion about immortality and the morality of immortality and what that means to be immortal and what that looks like. And I think there's some really interesting discussions that you could have had in that setting and in the scenario of this episode. They really didn't get to that. But I think there's a lot to unpack there. To steal a phrase from you, there's a lot to unpack there. And you're not going to get that done in an episode.
Yeah, they really didn't even start to explore the implications of what having immortality, that capability, would even mean. And it got overshadowed, I think, realistically, by the political implications, political motivations and whatnot, overriding the morality of the situation before they even got there. So that was actually pretty telling in and of itself. One big takeaway I get out of this whole thing is just how fragile the peace is on Babylon 5. All the different worlds, especially the League of Non-Aligned Worlds, really kind of making a statement here and standing up for themselves, putting their foot down because of Deathwalker. I think it shows just how hard Sinclair and company all have to work to really keep the mission of Babylon 5 going.
There are a couple words here that came up in this episode quite a bit that I think were very telling in talking about what you were just talking about with the politics is revenge and shame. What's really interesting about that is how revenge and shame kind of play out in this culture where you are not very far removed from intergalactic war. Those emotions are not very far from the surface, and I don't think it's something that you erase in your lifetime. It's something that takes generations to get over, and I think we're starting to see some of that, especially from your commander. Even as he tried to negotiate something that would make everyone happy.
As he does. He always has an idea, as you say.
Right. Yeah, and even with him, though, you begin to see some of that.
We see, I think, for the first time, Sinclair breaking down a little bit, throwing his hands up and saying, you know what, I'm going to let Earth handle this one. And Garibaldi steps in and says, your idea is crap.
Then he passed the buck, which I think is interesting. But
now, is that poor leadership?
Kind of. I think when you don't have an idea, it's okay to admit you don't have an idea. And then the Belly Lights guy people, that race.
The Vorlons.
The Vorlons just smashed that idea to bits right at the end.
Took care of it. They sure did.
And can we talk about how Babylon 5 cannot recognize ships as they come in through the vortex? They don't recognize what's coming for them until it's there. Knock, knock. Here we are. The Vorlons are here. That's how the vortex system works, is ships just show up and they're like, we're here and we're ready to shoot you. One of the takeaways I'm getting is that before Babylon 5, all this technology was used for war. And so it makes a lot of sense that, hey, maybe you would not want people to know who you are as you go through a vortex to attack them. And the fact that they're using wartime technology for peace.
Well, I think that does it for our Babble for 5 on Deathwalker. Wah. Thank you everybody for watching. Please be sure to comment and chime in with your thoughts on this episode. No spoilers, please. We do screen for spoilers up to this point so that the newbies are not spoiled on future events in the story. So be warned, your comment will be deleted, so don't waste your time or ours. Thank you. Like, subscribe, do all the wonderful things that help us out, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, be sure to get your Deathwalker tour tickets today. Be sure to buy your Deathwasher.
Get your Deathwasher! Clean your clothes with blood!